What's up, you guys? It's Kiamber Vaughn, aka Coach Key, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it's time to do the second mock budget ever featured on my channel. I will link up in the eye in the sky the last mock budget that I did. So this budget here is going to be for a single person with no children. I have literally not worked any of the numbers, not even off camera. The only thing I have done is take what she's given me and filled out the monthly spread, and that's it. So before I get started, let me first thank you all for all of the love and support that you guys have been showing me on my channel, really since I started doing videos, but especially over the last couple of months as I've been more consistent in putting out more content to you guys. I really appreciate it because I was very hesitant to even get on YouTube at first, but then I realized that I have a lot of knowledge and expertise and personal experience that I feel like I should share with the world, because if other people think like me and feel like, oh, I should just keep this to myself, or I'm scared of what other people think or might say, then we wouldn't have the ability to learn from so many other people. So I really thank you guys for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my income allocation method that I just finally put out. What was that? A couple of days ago. If you missed that video, I'll link it up in the eye in the sky. It's very long and detailed, but if you get lost in this, then you will understand if you go to that video. So I figured that it would be cool if I just actually utilize her budget, and from now on when I do mock budgets, I will do the same thing. So I'll use my method and I'll use a printout from the workbook. If you're interested in the workbook, it doesn't just include these pages, it includes way more than this. It's just, this is what and don't worry, I didn't cheat. This is from the last video, okay? But if you are interested in the full workbook, you can check it out at kiambervaughn.com/shop. I will link that up in the eye in the sky as well. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write out all of the fixed expenses, and I'm going to speed this part up. Okay, so I've written it all out just so you guys know, because I'm pretty sure you saw all the different colors. I just put her paydays in green, any debt payments or debts in red, and I accidentally put the subscriptions in red, which is why I wrote it back over, and then any regular bills in blue, basically. So let's go ahead and count up to see what her fixed expenses come up to. So I probably need to increase this. So we got 900, 137, 165, 47. Again, I'm not going to include credit card 2 or the subscriptions because that should actually be in April's budget. 25, 300, 35, and 500. And actually, I am going to include it because technically that means that it's up here on the 28th as well. So that's my bad. I almost messed her up, y'all. 46. And then I'm going to go ahead and write credit card 2. All right, so let's go ahead and add credit card 2 here. For $25. And then we're going to add the subscriptions as well. And I don't really know what the subscriptions entail, but she wrote subscriptions. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, so we're going to add the 25 and the 46. So let me make sure that all is well here. So our total fixed expenses is $2,328.07. And our income, so the projected income is $4,090, but I'm going to round down to $4,000 because I'm going to do $2,000 per pay period. Because I'm not sure if she's salary or not, but even if she is, like I told you guys, I feel like underestimating your income is so important. Give yourself the extra cushion. Okay, so the fixed expenses is $2,328.07. So our net income is $1,671.93. So before we figure out the checking percentage, we're going to first fill out our variable expenses. So I'm going to actually pull up her email. She was so nice, y'all. She sent me a whole Excel spreadsheet and everything. So for food, I'm assuming food means groceries and restaurants. The other thing that she did write is savings as 300, but we're not going to include that because we're going to do it based off of the method that I have to make sure that 300 is even correct, which it probably is just glancing at the numbers. So I'm just going to check to make sure one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're good. So let's go ahead and add this up. 350, 200, 120, 130, 110, and 75. So our total budgeted expenses is $985. Oh, she's good. Okay, so let's take the $985. We're going to divide it by the $1,671.93. That gets us 58.9. So we're just going to round up to 60%. So that means we need to keep $1,003.15 in our checking, and that will cover our entire $985, and it gives us a little bit of wiggle room if we decide to, overspend a little bit. And because we underestimated our income by $90, we still have that $90 cushion as well. So let's go ahead to this next page here. Now, because we did 60% in the checking, I'm going to split up and do 20% towards savings and 20% towards debt. So let's go ahead and see what that is. So we're going to take the $1,671.93, subtract the $1,003.15. That gives us $668.78, and we're going to divide it by 2. So $334. So she was already putting $300 a month towards savings, and now she could put a little bit more. So I'm not sure what her savings accounts are or her debt accounts are, but you can split this $334.39 however you see fit. And then with the debt, basically, you just want to take this amount, and I'm going to actually do an allocation for you, like on the actual, on this page. I'm going to actually break it down for you so that you know what to do per paycheck. But yeah, so this amount is what you're going to actually end up putting towards whatever debt that you're working on currently. So pay your minimum payments on everything else, and this is going to be your extra payment, and you might end up having a little bit extra as well. So let's go ahead and do the budget pre-plan. So I'm going to zoom in just a tad. So the first date is going to be February 28th. And the income, I'm going to do $2,000. And then we're going to do March 14th. And we're going to do $2,000 again. So I'm going to go ahead and write out all of the bills. And before I do that, let's go ahead and write out the budgeted expenses. So all of these things are pretty much per paycheck, except the braids only comes once because she does it every 6 weeks. So it'll only be once in this month. So I'm going to take the $985 and we're going to subtract the $110, and that gives us $875. So we're going to divide it by 2 paychecks, and that gives us $437.5 or 50 cents per paycheck. because you don't have to like do your expenses on a weekly basis like I do. You can do it per paycheck, so every 2 weeks. You still do everything the same, it's just you reconcile at the end of the 2 weeks. But what I would suggest, like if you're not doing YouTube videos and stuff like that, when you write out your expenses on your expense tracker, go ahead and already be subtracting. So like I went grocery shopping earlier today, and I already, even though I didn't fill it into my expense tracker because I won't do it till tomorrow for you guys, but I went ahead and I already like went to what I had left for groceries for this last part of the budget, and I knew, okay, going in I have at least this much to spend, or a max this much to spend. So you could do it that way. All right, so I'm going to also put a little box because I will need to remember the hair appointment for 110. So everything else, including laundry, therapy, because she goes to therapy once every 2 weeks. So there's 1 session per paycheck. I went ahead and split up the Uber and Lyft because I'm assuming it's kind of like gas, like you just split it up. So she'll be able to get $65 per paycheck for that. The laundry and all of that will be, what is it, $37.50 per paycheck. So I think she'll be good because she says she does this every 2 weeks as well. So I'm going to fill this part in and I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so I went ahead and wrote everything out. And just looking at the numbers, I believe that she's pretty balanced. Typically, I suggest that people try to split their rent like half in this paycheck, half in this paycheck, so that when April 1st comes, you've saved up the money for April's rent. But I don't believe that she should do this because her student loans are $500 a month. So I believe that splitting the student loans and the rent into 2 separate ones makes the most sense, because if we split this up to $450 and we put $450 over here, now you have $450 and $950. So I think that she's pretty balanced, especially because I mean, the student loans and the IRS bill, and then what, like basically student loans, IRS, and the hair appointment equals the rent. So everything else kind of balances out. So I think this should be good. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract everything from the income, see what we have left over, and make a plan. So there's really no notes to put at all, except maybe I can put hair appointment is $317, and then we can put therapy is $3.1 and $315, and we can do laundry is $3.2 and $316. So we can go ahead and do that. So there's no need for these pages, well, at least this one. So I'm going to put that one off to the side. So now we could go to the last page of the budget pre-plan. We have $259.90 and $427.03. So let's add that up. That gives us $686.93. So what we can do is we can take our numbers over here and we know we want to put $334.39 into savings. And that's going to give us $352.54 for debt. So the numbers are not going to be 100% the same as what you write over here, and that's only because some of them are estimates and stuff like that. So just understand the numbers won't always equal out to be the exact same. Okay, just know that, but it's only usually going to be off by a couple of dollars, so it's okay, I promise. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the allocations, and remember, this is based on her actual income. So she told me her actual income is $40.90, so I'm going to split it $20.45 instead of $2,000 for each paycheck like I did on the pre-plan, because we're going to pretend like our paychecks are actually coming in now so we can write our actual. So I'm going to do it just like this sheet that you saw me do in the video 2 videos ago. I'm going to do it just like that. It's just I didn't print enough of these at all. I just printed one full workbook, and then I printed like some notes pages and like 2 of these and stuff like that. So my apologies for that. All right, so first we have to write in our threshold, which is equivalent to our fixed expenses, which is $2,328.07. So remember, our percentages for the month are 60, 20, and 20. So our first paycheck is $2,045. So the question is, have we earned enough to cover our fixed expenses? And the answer is no. We're about $300 short, which means that the first paycheck, we're not allocating anything. We're not allocating anything towards savings or debt. So we're going to keep the whole $20.45 in our checking, because we haven't earned enough to pay our bills yet. Now, somebody asked me in the me revealing my secret budget method video, somebody asked in the comment section like, okay, so does this mean that we can't spend any money on groceries, gas, anything? No, absolutely not. You're still going to spend your money the way that you projected to in your pre-plan. It's just that you know it's not safe to start sending money towards savings or debt because we haven't paid our bills yet. Like, we haven't even earned enough to pay our bills yet. We're still going to pay our bills like this, even though we've earned enough to practically pay for all of the fixed expenses except maybe the last couple, but we're still going to pay it at the same time we usually do. So now we're going to act like we've skipped ahead. So we've been paying for our therapy, we paid our rent, we've paid for groceries and stuff. Now it's the 14th and it's payday again. So now we have our next $20.45 of income. Have we earned enough to pay our bills? Absolutely, because we're not upside down for the month, right? Okay, so I'm gonna come down here. So because we hadn't earned enough to reach our threshold yet, what we have to first determine, now that we know that we've earned enough money to cover our expenses, we have to see how much more we had left to reach our threshold first. So we're going to take the $23.2807. We already got paid $20.45. So that means we needed $283.07 to hit our threshold. So out of this last paycheck of $20.45, $283.07 automatically has to stay in our checking account because that's what helps us reach our threshold. Now it's safe for us to start to allocate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to subtract this $283.07 from the $20.45 paycheck, because this amount went to checking already. So now we have to see what's left over. So $20.45 minus the $283.07 gives us $1,761.93. This is what's going to be allocated. Okay? This right here. So let's go ahead and split this. We got 60, 20, 20. And typically when I'm doing this myself, I do it on a separate sheet of paper because of course you don't want to ruin this paper here. All right, so the $1,761.93, 60% is going to end up being $1,057.15. This is what we have left over. So we're going to divide that in half, which means $352.39 is going towards savings and $352.39 is going towards debt. So before we write this, let me go ahead and write the percentages because we are now allocating. We don't write the $1,057 because remember, this was after the allocation, but we needed this amount to hit the allocation first. So that means we have to add these two. So $283.07 plus the $105,715 gives us $1,340.22. Then we have the $352.39 and the $352.39. So basically, when she gets paid this second paycheck, she needs to immediately send this to savings. Like as soon as this hits her bank account, send this to savings immediately. Send this off to like an Ally, some kind of online bank account. Get it out of your regular checking account immediately when you get paid as well. Then what you're going to do, because we're up here, I'm not sure which debt she has that she is currently focused on paying, whichever is her smallest debt. But what you're going to end up doing is keeping this extra in your debt account until you're ready to actually pay the second payment, because typically you can't pay the second payment until you pay the first, right? So that's that. And the way that you know that this ends up coming out is because if we add up this amount plus this amount, that gives us $3,385.22. Well, if we take that, what did I just say that was? 13, 40, 22, 20, 45. If we subtract our fixed expenses, this gives us $1,057, which is more than what we needed to allocate for our variable expenses. So we are 100% covered. So our totals, 338522. $352.39 would be sent to savings, and $352.39 would be our extra debt payment for the month. So I hope that this made sense. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Again, if you have not checked out the video where I go in detail, I will link that up in the eye in the sky. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.